everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renata and this is Running in Style. Today I am sharing with you week 1 or part 1 to my new spring color series. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this for the last 2 months. I've been ready to share all the colors Pantone has presented for 2018, but the weather hasn't been the best, and when it's like that, motivation really goes to zero and it's very hard to pick yourself back up and just get into the mood for recording. But today is the day. Yesterday I posted on Instagram that every Sunday now for the next 4 Sundays I will be uploading one part to this color series. Now you might be wondering, well, Renata, what is this color series all about? Basically, I am just sharing with you all what I like about each color and if I'll wear it, and if I do, what will I make with it, and just some inspiration and just to open your mind to different colors, because I know color can be very scary to most people because usually you don't really pay attention to it, but you have favorite colors that you automatically go to. Some people know exactly what colors they like and some people probably don't really pay too much attention to that, but we all have this little route that we continue on every day, and sometimes it's nervous and a little nerve-wracking when, you know, someone brings it up that, hey, you want to try something new, because something new is definitely not what you usually feel comfortable trying or doing. So that's basically why I've done this series in the past, and I say it past like I've done this millions of times before, but I've only done it once last year. In the description box I'll leave a link to all those videos, and you know, I have a blog post announcing this, telling you guys exactly what the plan is and what the title or theme for each week will be. And I feel really grateful that I've partnered with Minerva Crafts to provide you guys with some discount code and prizes. So Minerva Crafts is the sponsor of this series. I would like to give them a big shout out and a thank you. Alright, I have my cheat sheet as usual. It is that it's my helper. It keeps me on track when I'm chatting with you guys. So I just wanted to lay out that this week they will be providing a 10% discount code, and if you go to my blog you'll see all this. It will be laid out really pretty and nice for you all. They are providing a 10% discount code this week. Actually, it runs for 2 weeks, so from April 8th to the 21st, 10% off on all sewing patterns. And here is the discount code: spring pattern. I do not believe there is any stipulation between caps or lowercase. I think as long as you spell the word out, you're good to go. Need to do to be eligible, but it's really simple. All you need to do is leave a comment on the week 2 and week 4 blog post or video upload, and then if you're on Instagram, I'll grab your name from that post as well. So I'll just grab everything and just put it in as a random generator to pull the winners. So that's how it's going to be run. I hope I made sense there. I feel like I've been jumping all over. But if you have any questions, please shout me out or reach out to me via Instagram or leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer your questions. I'm pretty flexible and really easy to reach most of the time. Alright, so now let's get into this week's topic, and it is Welcome Spring. So here in Wisconsin, spring really doesn't start until April, and right now we have about, just random, we have about 2 or 3 inches of snow still, and it's always cold and it's very depressing, so I get very excited when I see the sun come out, and I want to be bright and I want to get away from all the dark colors of winter, because that really plays on my feelings. I feel really like down and depressed and I want more color. So I want to welcome spring and I want to bring it out in full force with all the colors. And the colors that Pantone has and the group that I've pulled from will include the color of the year, which is Lavender, Arcadia, which is a sort of emerald green, and then the other two are a blooming Dahlia, which is peachy, and then the pink Lavender. So I wanted to say that Pantone is like the king of, they really spend a lot of time working on their color analysis, pulling it together for the fashion industry, the home interior industry, and they do this every year. And you can definitely visit their website and download these swatches, and you can go through it. They go through the whole like color schemes of the year as well with the spring series. So you can definitely visit them and get more ideas on how colors are paired, because sometimes they pair it as well over there. I love ultraviolet. I think it is a very striking color. You cannot be missed when you're in that, and I think it's also a color that brings out confidence. You have to have a certain demeanor about yourself when you wear something as popping as that, and I think it really lightens up your mood. You feel totally in control. So I went ahead and I did some research with regards to what is trending with the color and what we see people are wearing. And what I found was that the trouser was a big thing, as well as the pantsuit in this striking purple. It is so beautiful. As you can see, I have these three inspiration, and I think that they really open your eyes to see how the color is shown in the real world, like how it stands out. It's not too flashy, but it definitely sets you apart from others. And for those, I thought that Berta's Style had some really nice trouser patterns, and they also have a good fit. I've made their trousers before and I don't have any problems with their pattern, with that design. And I've heard a lot of people say that about Berta's Style's pattern. So you can definitely check out the link. Again, everything, let me just say that with a grain of salt. Most things that I post on here when they're on my blog, they have a direct link most of the time. And if they don't, it's because I couldn't find an appropriate link to send you over to. I also thought that Named Clothing provided some really fantastic trouser options, and as usual, Vogue is really good with their trousers as well. So you can check out those brands for patterns that work with your silhouette and your personality, and they do provide really good fit. The next thing about the purple trouser is you can also make some really smashing purple jeans. Now, I haven't done this, but I do have purple denim that has amazing stretch, and I've been wanting to make a jeans with it for a while, but I haven't gotten to it, and I think that would be something fun to make for this spring, summer. And as you can see, I've also posted some inspiration here for you to see. Even a purple suede would be an amazing piece to create. And for these options, and before I even jump into the pattern for this trouser. You know, I've seen a lot of people wear the wide leg cropped pants. I believe there's a name for it, but it's totally escaping me right now. And I think that would be really fantastic to create, because you have this full collar that most likely will look like a skirt because of the volume it provides below, but you have the luxury of a pants, meaning you can bend or do whatever you want without any fear. And then you add a really nice, colorful or simple bodice for the top, so you have, you know, the volume down at the bottom. And I think that really helps. If you have a lot of volume below, you want to make sure that the top is less, like not a lot. And if you have a lot of volume up above, you might want to have a sleeker, slimmer bottom. And that's how I usually wear my clothing, because that balances off your proportions. So that's what I would advise if you ever are wondering about volume and where to put it. That's a good tip there for me. Hey, I had a tip. I don't usually have tips, so yeah, I feel really proud. Okay, so I also wanted to definitely share with you some fabric options based on the patterns and the color. I felt that it was important for you guys to be inspired, know what patterns are available, and what fabric is out there. Now, because Minerva is sponsoring this series, I tried my best to search their website and provide you with links to all their fabric that I have listed on my blog. I think seeing colors visually really helps. Most times if you look at it once is not enough. You need to go back twice. Sometimes your heart just tells you that's the fabric I want, but most of the time I take a lot of time. Let me rephrase that. When I'm shopping for fabric online, I would like to make a very sound and well thought out decision, because I'm buying it online. I want to make sure when I receive it that it's something that I want, because I don't want to waste time sending fabric back. It's just too much and nobody has time to deal with all the packaging and shipping stuff. So I take a lot of time. I usually sleep on it. I'll be like, oh, I like this fabric. I'll sleep on it and I'll come back. So these options are what I came up from their website. They do have a really nice selection with regard to this purple coloring, and they have all different fiber content. You know me, I love fabric that has elastin in it. That stretch definitely gives you a little wiggle room when you make your outfit, so I always look for fabric with at least 5%, 2 to 3%, depending on if it's like a heavyweight fabric with elastin, because that really helps me when I sew to get that ease. I have 6 options and I think they're really pretty. You can definitely make a dress with the solids or trousers, and I have check on my list because I think the purple check and polka dot mix is kind of interesting. It's not something I would usually do. If I really like, I think it's really a beautiful color, and I've seen people work with it, and when it gathers, you know, it just looks really nice. It just pulls the whole outfit together. I've seen a lot of those fuller blouses or even the off-shoulder ones with the check, and I would give those a thumbs up, and you should definitely try those out. Now we're moving on to the color Arcadia. And the Arcadia is, like I said, a sort of emerald green. Think of like colors that you'd see on the beach, that sort of green, that sort of temperature, that's the color. But just because they chose this as one of the colors, we can definitely use patterned fabric as well. I felt like I had a roadblock when I was choosing fabrics patterns for you guys, because I thought, oh my gosh, it's purple. I need to provide you guys with solid purple. Like, my vision wasn't there. But now I'm over that, and I know that it's really important to have solid pieces, but when you're looking at the colors, you will definitely go to pattern pieces as well. So most of the visuals here are based on how the colors would look for these inspirations. These inspirations are just what I see the color in. This is how I see that the color would work for this particular dress or outfit. So the first one is that halter floral, and I think that's such a beautiful silhouette. I love halter, and I also love off the shoulder pieces, so that's why I was gravitated towards that dress. I thought it was really cute too, because if you have something with more white and there's green in there, it would be a very pretty outfit. So if you really like your shoulders and you want to show that, then a dress of something like this would look fabulous in the Arcadia color. Another pattern I've seen is those dresses with a lot of flaungs and ruffles, and I thought this second one from Anthropologie was very striking. I know that you can find fabrics similar to this, probably at fabric.com. It's a sort of watercolor fabric, but I think you know, this whole garden theme with the Arcadia color would be perfect. The next dress is another from Anthropologie. I like to browse Anthropologie. So I like to browse Anthropologie because the inspiration there is everyday pieces that I would wear. So this third one is one, again, that has all that ruffle. Ruffle is really important to some people, but I feel like ruffles is making 2018 shine. I've seen pieces that are ruffle all over, you know, the whole sleeve thing. They're huge and they got ruffles too. So this one, I liked the color scheme, and I think if you could find some sort of green fabric that has this cream undertone, it's just more of a natural feel. It's a comfy feel, and it just makes you ready for spring and wearing flats and sandals and going to the beach. So that's what my mindset was with that one. The fourth dress is more of a simple everyday dress that you can, you know, go just about anywhere. But I do like the shape of it, and I really like that slight V. For me, it's really important to play on the necklines. I think that really, well, personally for me, I like using the neckline. Necklines are something that I like working with, and I just think, you know, this is the upper half of your body. Everybody looks straight at your face, and when they look at your face, the next place they look at is like around here. So I like dealing with having unique necklines or things that are really detailed in that area. And these are some of the options that I thought would work best for my inspiration. So we have this McCall halter. Did I say McCall's? Let's wheel it back in. We have this new look pattern that is halter, and I like this silhouette. It's very simple and it looks like a pretty quick make. The next pattern is So Over It's Eve dress. I love this silhouette. I like the sleeve, the flaungs, the flow of it looks really easy to work with. And again, Instagram is amazing because you can definitely see what other wonderful sewists has done to this pattern to make it shine. And this would be beautiful in green. Now, British style is my favorite pattern. I love their patterns. They're so unique and detailed and just amazing. I thought this dress had really unique details, and I think if you have a patterned fabric, that the details will make the color pop. And you know, everyone needs a blouse in their wardrobe, and I feel like when I'm doing these videos and doing my inspiration, I always go towards dresses, and I rarely go towards skirts or blouses. So I have this blouse from Birder Easy, and I think it would be fantastic in the color Arcadia, because you can kick that on with a blue jeans, you can kick it on with a white jeans. That would look fabulous with that green. The contrast would be fabulous. You'd have green shoes, you'd have your Arcadia blouse, and then you'd have your fantastic white jeans, and you would be just popping. So that's how I would style and use these colors for Arcadia. Now the fabric options are decent at Minerva for this. So these are some of the options that I found. I really liked some of the patterns, and they're just a nice way to help you as well to see how, although the base of some of these patterns may not be Arcadia, the color is in there. That sort of green is in the pattern, so it doesn't have to be like super bold, oh my god, here's the whole green. It can be something with a green, with a blue base or a purple base or even a pink or white base, and then the Arcadia, that green color is in there. And that is how, you know, most of these inspiration fabrics are chosen. You can definitely go with something like this purple and green floral, and then have a belt in that green. So you play on the small aspect of the green within the pattern, but you have the accent just bringing it out and popping it out. So the third color that we're looking at is Blooming Dahlia. Now, as you can see, this is a fresh, beautiful color. It's very light, it's romantic, it's just fabulous. It's just such a girly color, and here I am wanting to toughen her up and make her really hard and rigid. But before we get to that, let's just take a look at my first set of inspiration for this color. I think this color would be amazing in blouses. It's just a blouse color. It's like everybody's blouse color, right? And I really like light pieces for this color, because in spring you just want to relax and kick back and get rid of all the extra baggages of coats and jackets, right? What, wait for it. I know I'm talking about jackets going on later, but bear with me. So when you're working with blouses, you want them to be light, and you want them to definitely speak your language, and I thought that these three blouses would make amazing pieces in this fantastic colors. I just think that this color would look beautiful with some really nice denim, like not the washed ones, I mean like solid denim colors, like a solid blue, just really deep indigo. So this first top, this is a silk halka. Well, when I find out who is a halka, I'll let you know. But this this silk halter top is very attractive, and I think because of all it has going on in the neck area, that it will add a lot of depth and dimension to this color. Like I said, an indigo jeans would be amazing. I have this floral wrap blouse, and I like this color scheme. I really like this yellow color scheme, but I can see it in our Dahlia. she would look amazing with this. I think the wrap and the tie detail would look really good. If you have a sort of, if you have a kimono pattern, that would be amazing. Having your blooming dahlia as the main pattern, and then the sash in black will definitely kick it up a notch and add a lot of drama to that kimono. The third option is this statement blouse, and I know by now all of you guys have a statement pattern in your stash, be it Vogue, McCall's, Butterick's. I mean, somebody's got a statement sleeve that you can work this in. Now the statement wrap sleeve, that might be interesting. I do know McCall's has a pattern, and yeah, I'll find it and I'll insert it up here for you guys. I'm not sure what the number is, but I know that pattern would work really well for this inspiration. Now, as I was saying earlier, because this color is so feminine and romantic, you're going to want to make dresses, right? But you don't have to. You can totally make a jacket and kick butt, because even though it's such a soft color, in my mind I know that I could totally visualize this being a jacket. It will be fantastic. If you could find it in faux leather, make that jacket, and all the accent pieces on your pattern, choose a darker color to emphasize the solid one, and it will totally take it up a notch. It will be fantastic. I can totally visualize this. Now, the first option for inspiration is this pearl ruffled jacket from Anthropologie. What I like about this is the zip front. I think that's very cool. Another thing I really like are the details along the sides. Now, why would I like that? Well, because that's your accent pieces. You find that amazing contrasting fabric and you put it on your faux leather dahlia, and you are going to be amazing. I mean, there will not be another person on the block with that, right? The next inspiration I have here is a suede jacket, and I don't usually work with suede, but I thought that if you could find a suede in this color, that it would look really cool. You wouldn't see it often, so definitely there will be double take if you can pull it off, but I do think something with a shawl collar in suede would look very pretty. Third option for inspo is the moto jacket. Moto jackets are like my favorite thing on the planet Earth, but I've never made one yet. I've bought a few, but I've never made one, and I would love to. I'm still scared. The third option here is this hooded suede jacket, and I really like the details on it. I like the hood being a jersey. You know, that contrast is really cool. So you can definitely make your jacket in whatever color you want, and you can have that pop of color or that pop of romance with your dahlia as the hoodie portion of this, if you can find a pattern. I couldn't find a pattern inspo for this, but let's move on to my fourth pattern option. My fourth inspiration, and I think if you can find some really nice denim, that making a cute jacket such as this with the little peplum would be a sweet and fun thing to do, and just wearing it with a full skirt would be an amazing thing, because for me, that's how I would wear it. I think it would be fun to have a really nice full skirt and create some sort of light denim jacket, because although it's spring, it's still cold, and for me, cold here is really cold. We still have to layer, so the days are always kind of bipolar, so we'd have to definitely plan ahead for our outfits during the spring season. There's a lot of hand movement going on today. I'm going to try to keep it tamed right here. Now that I've shown you all the inspiration for Dahlia, here are some of my inspiration patterns that you can use. This first one, this is a paper cut pattern. It's the Watson jacket, and I really like the detail on this. I think this is so cool, and it would really look beautiful in our color. I like the little Peter Pan color and the little cape. I think it's just a cute pattern, and I hope someone out there has it and have made it and would let me know, because I haven't searched on Instagram yet to see what the makes look like. I was just browsing, and I thought that would really be a nice option to share with you all today. And then we have this birder style ladies jacket. I like the detail on this, and what drew me to this pattern was the fact that they did amazing contrast here. I think this was brilliant, having that red pants with the contrast of the brown and the blue of the jacket. I thought that was really, really smart, and it totally drew my eyes to it, and I can't wait to probably pick it up. But the fact that I have a birder subscription means I'm trying not to purchase patterns outside of that, but who knows, you just never know. The third pattern option is another birder, but this one is from their magazine, and I really like this one. I love the details. I think it's a sailor inspired, but I'm not 100% sure. This one is from the 2016 issue, and it's style 121. I think that's an amazing jacket and great option for you all. Now, I had a slight issue finding the Dahlia color scheme. I had to work hard in my mind to find colors that are really close to it. But these are some of the inspiration. These are some of the fabrics that I found, and you guys can totally check them out. Like I said, everything that I'm sharing with you is in the blog, and there are links to everything. It was link crazy. I know this is a long video, so I'm hoping that you guys are sticking through it. I really appreciate it, and I'm trying to go through as fast as I can, but still clear, and to be as descriptive and helpful to you all as I can. I'm trying not to move too fast. Well, how can I move fast? I can't even talk. We've reached the last color in this palette. It is pink lavender. Now, the last one was really sweet, right? This one is a super sweet color. It's like the gentlest of color. Pastel colors are some of my favorite colors to work with. I enjoy those colors because they put me in a mind frame that is so relaxed. I'm in a relaxed state. I can do my little meditation. They put you in such an amazing mindset, especially once the weather is changing. And for me, when I see blooms coming out, I get very excited about sewing and making amazing outfits and doing a lot of recording and sharing it with you. That's how I feel when I see the colors come alive around me. So for this color, I thought dresses was queen. Yes, this color just spelled dresses, and I wanted to have a lot of ruffles, a lot of details, just really feminine, just totally killing a girl, just whew, beautiful, right? So as we wrap up this week, I mean, this is such an amazing color to end with. I think it's the root of all things whimsical, this color. It just glows with spring, and I love it. So I think dresses are key for this one, and I think dresses that are detailed. So if you can find amazing lace, anything with embroidery, those are the sort of fabrics that I'm thinking about, and those are the sort of designs that would work for me. So this first dress from Anthropologie is super cute. I like that it's a maxi dress because when it's spring, I feel like that's when all the super long skirt comes out. I don't know why, but I feel like just because it's so snowy, no one wants to wear long maxi skirts because they'll just drag snow everywhere, right? So the maxi comes out for spring, and I really like this one. I love the detail of it. I like this little tulipy sleeve it's got going on there, and I think the fabric is quite amazing. I think you can totally find or work something in, especially if you're creative. I mean, I know that there are a lot of appliques out there, and you can totally add these on by hand and recreate it because it's not a difficult design. I think what really makes this is the delicate work of art that was displayed in the embroidery and how it's all cut out. And I know, you know, those things do take time, but in the end you'll have an amazing piece if you want to make that. The other one is just a simple ruffle dress that we can find from any pattern designer, and I just think that high-low hemlines definitely shows off the features of someone with really beautiful long legs. So if you have really long legs and you love that part of your body and you want to showcase that, the high-low hemline for me would be the way to go. And I also have to say, if you don't have long legs, this will definitely elongate your leg, especially if you wear heels. Now, someone that has long legs will have legs for days, and someone that has short legs will now have long legs, and it will just look beautiful and make you look proportioned. So that is what we would work with for this design. The last one is tricky. I like the detail of this dress. I like that it's a shirt dress, and I love that it has that wrap around the waist. I think there is an independent designer that may have a design pattern like this, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you guys do know of this, please leave it in the description box down below. No, you cannot do that. If you do know this pattern, please comment down below and direct me to where I can find it. But the details of this dress is pretty cool. It's just a runched waist. There's that knot that is the fabric in the front, and then it has this shirt on the top. It's really cute. I like the details of this dress. Now, there wasn't much of pattern pairing going on for that design, but the first two designs, I thought that this simplicity dress would work awesome. It's like the perfect dupe for that pattern, and it is Simplicity 8289. The other pattern is from the new McCall's collection for spring, and this one is M7745. That close fitting blouse, it's a really nice wrap detail. It's almost similar to the inspiration piece. And then finally, I just couldn't find that shirt pattern. I really feel like Vogue has a pattern similar to this, but I was very intrigued by the new collection from McCall's, and I thought that M7741 would make a beautiful dress in this lovely pink lavender because it's such a romantic design. I think it's very Grecian, this pattern. I love the flow of it and the one's shoulder. It's a very nice dress and it has amazing details. So I found some really nice fabric pairing for you guys, and here are some of the colors and designs that I would use for any of these with regard to the color pink lavender. Some of the weights are for dress and some of the weights are for jerseys. I think that would also be a very nice turtleneck, but we're not thinking about turtleneck because that reminds us of fall and winter. And this is a welcome spring video, so definitely work on some camis in this color. It would definitely be a fun piece, a light and airy piece, and a quick sew. That's it, guys. There you have it. This is the first video for my spring sewing color series. I hope you enjoyed it. I really talked a lot, but there was a lot of information to go through, and I do think that it will be a fun series going forward. But I really do appreciate you guys checking out this video, watching it to the end, and partaking in the hashtag spring sewing color series. There really isn't anything major about this. I'm just sharing with you the colors that Pantone have for 2018 and what I would make with them. And it's so amazing that we actually have sponsors. So remember that during this first 2 weeks we have 10% off all sewing patterns at Minerva Crafts. Here is the code. You guys go and enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on my next upload. Bye.